what's up? This is the Artistic Perspective Podcast, and I am your host, Lavelle Ford. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that bell so you're notified whenever we drop any new content. We out. What it do, what it do, what it don't do. How we doing out there, y'all? I feel good. Looking good. Got some content done earlier today, and just thought I'd make an episode with you guys. So here we are. Let's bring on the intro.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
The track gods are here.
Is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording,
I can't see you go.
What it do? Hey, we finally in there. This is episode 70. And if it ain't episode 70, then it's episode of 71. Let me get a little check-in real quick before I go too far. I believe this still is episode 70 because episode 70 was going to be this one episode, but they didn't let me do it, so here we are. I want to say, let me just check. Yep, we are on episode 70. 30 more episodes until we get to 100, and I'm thinking about doing something special for that. I'm not sure what. If you guys got ideas, what should I do for the 100th episode? Then definitely let me know. Outside of that, what we got going on? I tied my hair up. It ain't even tied up. It's just trying to get it out of the way. But we in here. We are in here. Today, I wanted to talk about a few things, just two things really. I wanted to get in deep with what's going on with the Pooh Shiesty situation. Now, I didn't want to just stay with just the one video that I did have on it. I wanted to get more content, more info on everything, and then come to you guys with it. So I took the time to give it a couple days and make sure I follow up on these, because we know that stories are not just what they are when they first start off. At the beginning of this shit, it sounded like it was like balls to the wall, like over for my nigga Shiesty. Now it looks like we're getting somewhat of some light at the end of the tunnel, and what I mean by that is I'm a run through a few things that you may need to know. Though. Okay, so starting off, no footage was captured of this whole thing inside of the studio, so it's all pretty much hearsay, say. And then who will be your main person to look at will obviously be Gucci, in the sense of snitching. And it's said that Gucci is not cooperating with the feds at all, and he stated himself he's not going to. So it makes it a bit of more of an open kind of case. It's like How's this? And now the feds was working on this for over 3 months, and obviously, if you took 3 months to try to get some shit on the motherfucker, then you might not be fully in, because the feds, they don't try shit unless they success rate. What was the success rate? I don't know what it is, but I ain't gonna lie, niggas been beating the feds. Niggas been beating the feds lately. So I mean, like, feds ain't been getting it. As much as niggas be thinking that the feds been getting it, hey, the feds ain't been getting it like that. So, like I said, there's no footage of there. I mean, there's no there's no documents of him signing anything, so they have really no evidence. And I'm heard that that the cops were really pissed that they didn't find anything the day that they did come to get Pooh Shiesty. Now, you have Big 30. He's already had his hearing or whatnot, what it was, and I believe he has probation. His dad ended up getting probation as well. But it's going to be different for Pooh Shiesty, obviously, because he already has the case that was already lingering over him. So definitely be mindful of that. I'm going to give you the scoop of like what's recent in the sense of with this case, so you guys know exactly from the lawyer's mouth on exactly like what's going on. Let me put up the 2 real quick. I say this really does sucks though, because I really was looking forward to seeing this man go crazy with a lot of the shit that was going to be coming out from him. I know the album was about to be a thing, but if he beats this, man, it's just going to be more fuel for the album. Like, man, I can see this being like a good turnaround, but this could be for the worst too as well. Like, obviously we hoping the best. We hoping the man didn't do no stupid shit like that. So please, we counting on you, not against you, brother. So please, don't show us that you was that slow. And I'm not gonna say slow, like, just, man, hey, people say it was so many different reasons of why it happened and all this, but I'm not about to just give somebody a cop out just because you feel like you got a reason to do what you're doing, bro. Like, still be mindful of what you're doing, bro. Like, that's my only thing on it. Like, obviously these niggas is grown men. They gonna do what they want. But, coming from me, Big Ump, stay out the way and understand that it is hard to get away with certain crimes nowadays, dude. It is so much. So you guys are lucky that there was no footage. If this isn't, you know what I'm saying, if you didn't do it, if you guys did do it, my bad, you are lucky. Because, man, I'm telling you, like, what? They ready to catch a motherfucker. So, like, anyways, no footage in the inside of the studio. Pretty scary. Let's start off with what this lady have to say. This happened 2 hours ago from here.
Rapper Pooh Shiesty will stay behind bars until his federal trial, despite efforts by his attorneys to get bond. His real name is Montrell Williams Jr. Williams is accused of kidnapping and robbing rapper Gucci Mane with the help of 8 other people, including Williams' father. Prosecutors say it happened in a recording studio in Dallas in January. Today, Williams' attorneys offered to pay for round-the-clock monitoring by U.S. Marshals or a private firm, but the judge pointed out that the rapper was already under house arrest at the time of the alleged crime and didn't even have permission to be in Dallas. His detention is the last to be decided, meaning all 9 defendants will stay in prison until trial.
Now that's crazy because she's saying all 9 defendants is going to be in until trial. But I don't know I don't know, man. It just sounds like a bunch of fake news and a bunch of crazy shit. Don't anything sound legit. So yeah, it seems like a bunch of bullshit. So I don't know. We're gonna stay ears to the ground, really paying attention, and I'm gonna make sure I keep up to date on how this goes, guys. But obviously, this shit happened in January, and now it's getting brought out. And the feds took that long for them to figure out something that should probably been a open and closed case, if you would think. But I don't know. Back in it, like from the beginning, it was talking about they had a monitor and where he was, but also he's talking about. I mean, they talking about he didn't even have permission to be in Dallas. So what the fuck? All right, let's go. So this is Pooh Shiesty, lawyer. Man, pretty much. This was probably like 3 hours ago.
You tell me when you guys are ready. Ready?
Would you say your name first, real quick?
Yeah, Bradford Cohen, C-O-H-E-N, Sam Zangane, and John Helms.
Any questions about straight into
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
So we had a bond hearing today and a PC hearing today. I think that the relevant things that were said today that I thought were fascinating were that it took 3 months to build a case. And I think the reason for that was because the statements that were given on the evening that this occurred were very questionable. I think the way that the statements were made, what was made, what allegedly was witnessed and what wasn't witnessed, I think gave great pause to the FBI. The FBI doesn't take 3 months to arrest someone if they believe everything that was said on the night that it occurred. They were involved the first night, and then nothing happened for 3 months. In addition to that I thought was quite embarrassing, was that an FBI agent says they don't have the resources to keep their eye on an individual. This is allegedly an individual that committed a crime that they then didn't watch to see if the guns were present, if the jewelry was present. And what didn't we hear today? What we didn't hear today is there is no contract, this mystery contract. They have no contract. They have no video of this alleged signing of a contract. They have no guns. They have no jewelry. They have none of that physical evidence. What they have is they have allegedly 5 individuals, one of them being a very well-known individual that is allegedly cooperating with the government and making these allegations against my client and many more. I'm going to take like 1 or 2 questions and then we're going to scoop.
He said we're going to scoop. We're going to get the fuck up out of here. So ask what you ask.
Correct. Yeah, it's very fair. I think that this is a he said type of a case. I mean, obviously, there's 5 individuals on one side. What we're missing are the other people that were present in the room, right? The owner of the studio who says he didn't hear anything or see anything. The way they leave the studio, where no one is in concert with anybody else, no one's arguing with anyone else. One of the individuals says, "Hey, can I get my watches back?" Like, the story is quite unusual. And I think that the FBI knew that. I think the investigators knew that it was unusual. And I think that's why it took so long to make the arrest.
What is your response to the judge saying that, your client still violates the terms of this egg monitor location?
Sure. Those are all things that are going to be, flushed out. The fact is that he was allowed to be in certain areas at certain times. That really wasn't an argument for today. I wasn't really even going to make that argument. My main thrust of today was to really push on the evidence and see exactly what they had and when they had. How about this? How about the individual who wrote the complaint, who actually drafted the complaint, who was sitting in the courtroom, who's only been an FBI agent for 4 years, does not take the stand. They put someone else on to say what she wrote in her own complaint when she's sitting in the courtroom. And that's done quite often in gamesmanship. because they don't want to put a rookie on the stand and be measured by our legal team.
How far away is this from trial?
Oh, who knows? We're going to get discovery. We'll take a look at their discovery. They're going to say it's ongoing. I mean, think about it. They had 3 months to get this stuff. They had 3 months to get warrants. They didn't get warrants that night. They didn't get warrants the next night. They didn't get warrants the next month. They didn't get warrants the month after. They waited 3 months to get warrants on whether or not there's guns, whether or not there's jewelry, how about their cell phones, how about the computers. That really gives me great pause when I see a case that takes that long to get warrants, if you believe everything that was said on the evening that it occurs.
Does that have a path out of jail?
Oh, let me take one from her because she was trying last year.
Can you say anything about the identity of RD and then also spoke about a social media post?
Correct. So, listen, I don't like, when the government puts initials in and everyone takes a guess who they are. We all know who they are, right? I'm not going to say it's this person or that person. That's not my job to do. But certainly there have been media posts of individuals that we suspect were involved in that evening where they're denying that it occurred or they're denying that they're giving statements to the government. I think that's unusual as well. Because of what the government put forward today seems to negate those statements, but we'll have to see how this all shakes out. Listen, guys, Sam and I have had many, many cases together, right? We just finished a case a couple of years ago in San Francisco on the Cash App murder case. And whenever I talk to individuals, whenever I talk to the media, I always say, this is not a straight road. It's always a very winding road. So we never know where things are going to take us. We got to look at the evidence as it comes in, and we'll see what's there. I'm just shocked that when they say there might be video out there, they don't have it. There might be this mystery contract, they don't have it. Oh, they were at Staples, making copies. It's just a total guess. So we're not here to guess. I'm here to look at the evidence, to weigh the evidence, and to make the best decision based on that evidence. Yeah, not only will stay in detention, we'll get discovery, we'll start going through that. There's going to be several motions that we're going to file, obviously, in the next couple of weeks, but that'll all come out. We'll give copies to everybody. Look at my man. So my understanding is the FBI has, over the past 3 or 4 months, has interviewed none of the alleged victims, and allegedly they all have future dates to give statements. But I have no idea if that's true. We're basing it on what the agent said on the stand, that each one of those witnesses from that evening is going to appear and give a statement to the federal authorities. Not to the FBI, but that evening it appears from the material that they produced and from the agent's testimony is that RD gave a statement that evening, but since that evening has not given another statement. But the FBI said in the future they're all scheduled to give statements, so we'll have to see. All right?
Tricky. And you see what I mean? It's just too fishy. It's too fishy. Honestly, what we just got, I don't even know where to go from this. All we can do is hope for the best, bro. This sounds real weird though. We're gonna have to definitely see how this develops. What you guys think? Let me know in the comments, guys. What y'all think, man? What y'all think? Is shit fishy? Or is it all straight and narrow? Is this nigga done for? Is Shiesty dumb to do something like that? Is Gucci gonna snitch? And the thing about that snitching thing, man, I think it's all self-preference, bro. I understand you don't wanna tarnish your reputation. But yeah, everybody is different in what they choose to live by, ride by. Now, I would say this man Gucci used to do a lot of robbing back in the day, and this is not to say like he deserved it, but saying I'm sure in the back of his head he thinking like, you know what I mean, that's some shit I probably would have did back in the day, or I did all this robbing and shit, so like, you know what I'm saying, I always been straight G with it, never to put the the cops or the feds in any of this shit, so like I'm gonna keep it that way. And then it goes back to like the smarts a bit of like Pooh Shiesty and them. Were you that smart to know that? Or what was the situation? You know what I mean? It's very, very, very weird, guys. All I can say is, Pooh Shiesty, wish you the best, brother. It's funny how a lot of shit was just like popping up recently, and it, you know what I'm saying, it's just like, and the next thing you know, that happened. Like, I wonder like exactly when did they come to pick him up, and what was the situation. Now, I'm gonna do one more pop in, and this is just I never normally don't give these people too much of like any gloat on my show. This is No Jumper with Adam and talking to Wack. Honestly, like Wack, like you your own man. You don't owe me anything, bro. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying, I don't be liking certain people to just be so much on like negative shit and or clickbait type shit. And I feel like you and Adam is definitely that type of person. Now, if that's how y'all are, that's how y'all are. Nothing to do. I'm not here to punch my chest up at you motherfuckers or none of that shit. I'm just telling you how I move is just not like that. So like, that ain't the type of shit that I'm into. But you know what I mean? And my niggas know how it is. Like, I ain't no crazy hood ass nigga, none of that shit. But like, I've seen enough, and I won't be scared of nobody. But my thing is, just, you know what I mean, you give out the energy that you want to receive, and that's always mindful of me. So like, I don't push that out there. So I'm not here to push hate or none of that. I'm here to push growth. And I just felt like that was just a bit of a dirty move. Like, soon as something happened like this, then you come in there like, yeah, and I got some, you know what I'm saying, I got stuff on niggas, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the energy. I ain't for that, buddy. But let's hear these motherfuckers.
I started my
Say
degree
what they
in
gotta say.
1996. 30 years later, decided to complete my goals, earning my degree with Purdue.
We talk about Munchie B giving up information, T-Rail talking too much, Flacco talking about he's exposing Draco's killer, goddamn Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane, his dad.
Okay, let's go to that one now. Pooh Shiesty got his house raided by
His dad.
by the feds, and this is obviously gigantic news. Everybody was wondering yesterday what it was going to be about, and then today it comes out. The Justice Department actually puts out a statement that he is being charged with the robbery and kidnapping with his father and Big 30, who's Pooh Shiesty's counterpart, that they're all being charged with robbing and kidnapping Gucci Mane. And the latest breaking news is that apparently the paperwork says that Gucci Mane cooperated with the officers and provided information about Pooh Shiesty and Big 30.
You brought up Gucci Mane got robbed by Pooh Shiesty a dozen times when we was up here when it happened. I totally ignored it.
We brought it up.
And what I did,
we were pretty early on it. We talked about it like before everybody started talking about
I
it.
totally ignored it.
Niggas is cops.
Why? Because I knew it was a real thing.
Yeah.
Of course I know. If you look at the circle, you know I know.
People are making it out like I had knowledge of this beforehand because on Vlad I said that I believed that it occurred, And that clip got presented as if I knew that it had occurred.
That shit was on the other side of Clubhouse 7 minutes after it happened.
Really?
Pooh Shiesty then was still on the freeway.
Is Pooh Shiesty the worst criminal / craziest rapper of all
He
time?
got an ankle monitor on
Yeah.
in the halfway house. You know he was due to get out of the halfway house on the 11th of April
Yeah.
in 9 days. He
Unbelievable.
got an ankle monitor on in the halfway house, goes to a location on camera. He knows that Gucci Mane security is off-duty police.
Right.
He's been with him forever. And then you have a dude record it. And then the dudes go to the internet showing the jury.
Recorded it to use as blackmail in the future.
So, I don't blackmail to what?
Maybe like they felt like Gucci and all the dudes with him were such street dudes that they would have kept the secret, which I don't think so.
There were no street dudes with Gucci.
Right, the cameraman dude that I saw was like a regular ass white kid.
His best friend, regular dude, off-duty cop is off-duty cop. It was no street dudes with Gucci.
Yeah. Like maybe you could expect Gucci to keep his mouth shut about it, but what about everybody else?
Mouth shut about what?
Them robbing him? Putting guns to his
What
head?
about the officer under oath? Do you know what happens to a police officer if he doesn't report a crime he has knowledge of? And they find out that you kept it quiet because you worked off-duty for a rapper? Your pension, your job, everything.
So what? Gucci's security guard was an undercover police officer.
No, off-duty.
Off duty. Okay.
But everybody know this.
Yeah.
He been with him forever. Pooh know this. When he signed Pooh, he seen it.
Right.
Gucci don't hide the fact that that's what dude is.
Uh-huh.
People know this shit, so like, what the hell you think?
You know, why would you do that? It's hard to wrap your head around. So this dude comes out, is one of the hottest street rappers in many years, does some crazy hot shit that we don't have to get into, gets locked up for 5 years, gets out, drops a song that is one of the hottest street rap records in years, which doesn't always happen. A lot of times you get locked up for 5 years, you come out, your music gets kind of cold. Not with him. Huge record with FDO, and then for his next act, robs the guy he's signed to, makes it unbelievably easy for the cops to put the case together, and now presumably we won't be blessed with any more music from him aside from, I guess he probably recorded some stuff that I'm sure they'll put it out, but I mean, seems logical that he could go in, do another 10 years off of this. For the gun possession alone is 10 years.
Nigga, you crazy? You got 4 people that got robbed with assaults.
Yeah.
Then you got the possession of the firearms, then it's 8 codees. His daddy is already a classified rat. He told her, oh, I put his work up to date.
And that information about his dad,
Right, that's
wasn't
energy
known
to the
until
person.
today.
Well, we've been knowing about 18 months.
But you didn't want to put it out because you like Pooh?
No, we didn't put it out because it wasn't a we thought we was going to get into a real, somebody directed and instructed Pooh Shiesty, leave Wack the fuck alone. Don't fight him on that proper shit. Whenever I come at you, whatever I'm coming at you with is just a little shit at him. I'm not going to come at you unless I got some shit built up. When I text you last night, if I show you my phone, I got all the CPS, I got all the document shit I should have, I got everything. So I was like, we can be cool, we can go to war. I don't have a problem with it. I will show you where the information came from. I was gonna make you tell the girl who alerted me to it. Right? I didn't know. I got alerted.
For the record, Tania did not text me back about coming on to that.
Listen, I was ready. I was gonna call. If she was gonna come respectful, we were gonna be respectful. She didn't say anything out of line. I got, boy.
I believe you. For sure, I believe you. But either way, I mean, think about this. You're Pooh Shiesty, and as if it's not already upsetting enough that he's sitting in prison or in jail right now, he also is probably finding out over the phone that his dad is now being exposed as having told.
Yeah, he never knew it. Pooh was like 8 years old.
A street dude like him, I mean, that's gotta really hurt.
He was like 8 years old when his daddy ratted.
Yeah.
He was like 09 or some shit. Who was like 8, 9 years old. He was a little kid. He didn't know. He probably didn't know to this day.
Right.
So, I felt like, you know what? Today's the day. Go ahead on, let it out, let it loose.
You're already having the worst day of your life. Let's make it a little worse.
Well, I'm kind of making it better for him because he can go on PC up early.
Who? Or his dad?
His dad. Pooh already got a profit. They gonna look into that too. They gonna go look into this shit.
When you say he's got a proffer,
He profited already.
but meaning that the reason why he only did 5 years was because he sat down and gave all the information
He
about
sat down and incorporated other people into his crime. We put his profit up. We been put it up. They didn't have it when he was in there. Nobody asked for it. We didn't been loud enough. We didn't put it up enough. It's there. He's gonna have to answer for that.
So the situation where he basically like robbed and shot a sneaker dealer, and then also the situation where he shot somebody in the club, those
club footage disappeared.
Those are the situations that he gave all this information during a proper
When it's Cody's, he kind of he cooperated with the feds with the involvement of his Cody's to get his deal.
Yeah.
His attorney, and then he testified against the other people by saying they had guns. See, it makes sense for you to do it. It makes sense for anybody to do it. But unfortunately, when you claim the street shit, you can't do the things that make sense.
Right.
This is why I tell the kids to not get involved in this, because it just doesn't make sense.
But you know what makes this so legendary is the fact that throughout the history of hip hop, think about how many artists have been signed to a dub deal, and at one point thought, I want to just run down on the dude who signed me to this dub deal and just put the burner to his head and make him sign me out the deal. Like that fantasy has probably crossed the mind of nearly infinite rappers over the last 30 years. Pooh Shiesty is the only one burnt out enough to actually do it.
But who says he signed to a dub deal? Let's think about it.
Well, ideally, probably don't want to.
Listen, no, what happens is you're nobody.
Right.
And then this guy that's somebody believes in you.
Right.
Put a bunch of money in your pocket, gets on the phone, opens up the doors to his resources, opens up the doors to everything, your marketing, all that, get you features, put you in studios, cleans you up, give you a place to stay. And because of all these things, now people know your name and you become somebody. Then you say, well, I shouldn't be in this situation because who I am. But who you are is what he made you to be. Now, in Gucci's defense, you went to the penitentiary 3-4 years, bro.
Yeah.
He couldn't make no money.
Yeah.
Now you get out claiming you want out the deal. It don't work like that. What you should have did, got out, how many albums? I owe you 3 albums. Okay, bang out one. Go to a label. Hey, look, bro, I just put out an album, got hits, it did well. I want to get out of this. Can you buy me out of it? Gucci, look, bro, either I ain't dropping no more, I don't make no money, you don't make no money, we got problems, or they willing to buy me out 5 million, 10 million, and we'll give you an override. Gucci wouldn't have gave I didn't see him let go too many artists. Pass them. The Migos.
Right.
Pass them. I done seen QC, Rich the Kid. Y'all want him, Interscope? This what we want. They broke the bag. There you go. This dude is watching too many movies and reading too many books.
Yeah.
And he got out, he's in the halfway house. And he went and did it himself
With the
ankle monitor.
Yeah.
In front of an off-duty cop and cameras.
It's just amazing because you think that when someone goes to those 5 years in prison, they gotta learn something. They gotta calm down a little bit. No.
This is what he should have did if he was on that. If he was on that. Went in there, let's say you're on the idiot shit. Drew down on Gucci, sign this. and left. Don't rob nobody, don't pull no guns on nobody else. So now it's a you and Gucci thing. That might not would have went nowhere. Because then it just takes Gucci by itself making that call.
Okay, but elephant in the room, they are saying that Gucci Mane told on Pooh Shiesty.
They not saying, the paperwork said Gucci Mane identified people.
Right.
I did a clip before I came here on that. I think the problem is people think want everybody to be the same, bro. I done seen pimps turn to pastors. You know what I'm saying? My father, I used to call him a crackhead. That was 32 years ago. He been clean, right? So, and you go down the checklist, the goo-wop we knew prior to versus the goo-wop we've been watching since he's been on.
Yeah.
There's nothing about his day-to-day, his movements, any antics you've seen. It's all been signing artists, him and Keisha creating the business, him at private parties with his friends and shit like that, on some yachts, doing some red carpet events. That's it. Dude ain't in the streets no more, bro.
Yeah, but there's a difference between not being in the streets and cooperating against a rapper who was signed to you.
Listen,
That's crazy.
here goes the problem.
Gucci Mane is now the most famous hip hop snitch of all time.
Listen,
He has undefeated.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. It be
And
that
this is
shit.
why I don't like people put me with the gangbangers. If you stupid enough not to know what you dealing with when you go to deal with it, they say, whack. If Adam was me saying the shit he said, you'll reach across the table try to whoop my ass. You're right. Because you're not Adam. See, when I came in here,
All that.
I know what I'm coming in here to. I know I'm coming to Adam, the white dude from New Hampshire, who has sort of a twisted personality at times.
Zesty.
Right, whatever the fuck it may be. So my challenge to myself is see if you can stay in the seat and counter his shit. See, there's ways you know to irritate me, and there's ways I know to irritate you.
I don't know. So, like I said, I'm gonna keep my ears to the ground and make sure we stay up to date with this. Right now it sounds fishy. You got Whack 100. He got him some energy behind him, so he feels some kind of way. That was 2 days ago. 2 days ago. What I just showed y'all beforehand was like 20. It was for this day today, and I will be posting this video today. So we don't know what's to come from this, and people are gonna have to answer for a lot of shit. For bandwagon jumping on different things, like I said, like even me myself, like I'm like, come on, bro, you can't be that damn stupid. Like, so I know like how a person can take a narrative and just go with it. Right now, it's up in the air, so we'll get back to it. I was gonna jump on NBA standings, but I'm gonna just say that for another episode because the playoffs haven't started yet. Anyways, still got like the rest of this week and maybe like a little bit of next week. And then it gets popping, so we are going to be doing that on the next episode. That's episode 71. But other than that, this is the Artistic Perspective Podcast, and I am your host, Lee Ford, and we out.